Welcome, guys. Guess what time it is? It's dinner time. Tonight for dinner, I am making garlic seared sea scallops and roasted vegetable medley. And I've already got my vegetables all cut up. And in my pan, I have a very small sweet potato cut up, a small apple with its skin on both. Sweet potato and apple, and a little bit of onion on there. In my other part of my pan, I have my green beans, mushrooms, garlic, red pepper, and of course I've started my pan off with olive oil, and I haven't added any seasonings to my pan yet. I'm kind of separating my flavors here. So on my sweet potato side, I'm going to do a little bit of some smoked paprika and some of my ginger powder and some salt on that side. On my green bean and garlic, mushroom, red pepper side, I'm going to do salt and some dried basil. And I'm going to drizzle over top of everything some more olive oil. For my seared garlic sea scallops, I've already drizzled some olive oil in my little cast iron dish, and I'm going to just sear those in the oven as well with my vegetables that I'm roasting. My temperature is going to be at 425 in the oven. I am going to use my garlic press today and put my garlic on my sea scallops. First, I got to pat them dry before I put them in my pan, getting all the extra moisture out of them. Pat, pat, pat. I've already drizzled olive oil on my pan, and I will also drizzle some on top of my scallops once I dress them in my pan. So, super simple dish tonight to make, super easy. Of course, guys, whatever vegetables you like, you can do anything. I like to cook them really well, like a good sear on them. It kind of gives them a caramelization, I guess you could say, at a high heat. And I'm going to actually put them and my scallops on the bottom rack in the oven. Now, my scallops won't go in right away because they're not going to take as long. They actually will cook rather fast, but I am going to just let them sit there with my garlic and my olive oil and my seasoning on top just to kind of get that extra marinade going on. All right, I'm going to press my garlic into my garlic press. Of course, this is part left over from my giant elephant garlic that I've cut up some to go on my vegetables. I'm not going to use that piece, but I am going to use this piece to get it on top of my lovely sea scallops. All right, I'll be back to season. Okay, I've got my garlic on my scallops. I'm first going to season my sweet potato, my apple, and my onion mix with a little bit of smoked paprika. And a little bit of my ground ginger. And salt and pepper. Alright, and then on my other part of my vegetables, my garlic, green bean, mushroom, and red pepper, I am going to season with salt and my dried basil. All right, and then I'm going to give another generous amount of olive oil to both sides of my vegetables. I'm also going to add some salt and my dried basil to my sea scallops. Dried basil, where are you? All right, they're going to sit there and think about things. I'm also actually going to get, I think I have a lemon in the refrigerator. I'm going to get out and squeeze a little bit over top of that as well for my scallops. And otherwise, I'm going to get these vegetables that look so great in the oven. Delicious and nutritious. I'll be back. All right, I got my lemon. I have a half in my little squeezer to keep the seeds from going in. And I'm just going to squeeze on top of my scallops. And they're going to sit there and work their magic while they wait to go into the oven. And again, I put my vegetables in the oven on the bottom rack. And they're going to get good and caramelized. Probably going to be in there for 30 minutes. 425. We'll see. I play it by ear, guys. If you're looking for a specific recipe, I am not that person. You're on the wrong channel. You know me by now. I like to go with it, whatever I feel to do. I don't follow recipe or directions. I'm a rebel. All right. So they're on the bottom rack, getting good and caramelized. I will mix them around some, and once they start to cook, and probably at about the 15-20 minute mark, I'm going to put my scallops in there. We'll see what happens. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, so I'm mixing up my vegetables a little bit. They've been in here for 20 minutes. I'd say they have about 15-20 minutes to go. So I'm not ready to add in my sea scallops yet, because they're only going to take about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to flip them, 5 on each side. And they'll be cooked and ready to go. So, but I want these to get good and kind of almost not really burnt, but seared, a nice sear on it. So maybe about, I'll check them again in 5 minutes, but maybe 10 more minutes before I add my sea scallops. I'll be back. All right, guys, guess what? I'm going to move this around some, and it's time to put in my scallops. All right, there everything is. We got about 10 more minutes left. I'm going to flip them after 5, my little sea scallops, and finish this dish. I'll be back. Guys, it's time to plate this dish. My vegetables are roasted and toasted. Yum, it's finished. There it is, plated. Seared sea scallops with garlic and dry basil, some lemon. I'm going to just squeeze it everywhere on my plate. Some of my sweet potatoes with onions and apples and some ground ginger and smoked paprika. I have my green beans with garlic, peppers, red peppers, and mushrooms. Guys, remember, make good choices. Remember to subscribe, like, and share my videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.